Yeah.
Great. We will do that. I want to welcome everyone to our sixth Oak Brook Business Network meeting of 2021. I'm excited to welcome all of you and our guest speaker this morning, our very own Michelle Sherritt. My name is Rhonda Seelinger, and I am the marketing director for our networking groups. And before we get started this morning, I would like to cover a couple brief housekeeping items and tell you a little bit more about our network of business groups. We are comprised of five powerful networking groups: the Oak Brook Business Network, Naperville, Northwest, Windy City, and North Shore Business Networks. Our groups were started back in 2008 on LinkedIn and have grown to be the largest networking groups online. We decided to take the groups live about 2 years ago, and we have over 330 paid members. And we continue to grow, and we would love to have you become a member as well. Our yearly membership is $399, and this includes all monthly meetings, speakers, and breakfast. We normally meet in person at the Oak Brook Fitness Building, which is located in the McDonald District. And we are going to start back up with in-person events very soon, so be on the lookout for announcements about those. Also included in membership is advertising for your business, including a podcast interview, and we have over 100,000 subscribers in our podcast network. It includes monthly happy hour events, 4 quarterly dinner formal events, and during COVID, we also offered more advertising options to our members, and we will continue to do that through 2021. So please get in contact with us to learn more, or you can visit our website at oakbrookbiz, that's BIZ.net. We do open all of our meetings, our happy hours and dinners to the public, and they pay a fee to attend those. But that allows our members to always be networking with new people. So we want to keep cast an open net and be able to have our members benefit from that. On to the housekeeping portion of this. During today's talk, we do ask that you keep yourself muted unless you have a question or a comment that you wish to make. And then you can unmute yourself when we've allowed time at the end for Q&A. You're also welcome to type your questions as you think of them in the chat box, and we will be moderating those. And if you're on Facebook Live, just simply use the comment section below, and we will moderate those and try to get to everyone's questions and comments at the appropriate time. We are recording today's talk, and we will make that available also again on our website at oakbrookbiz.net. And we usually get that posted within a day or so of our event, so just be on the lookout. And with that, I am pleased to welcome today's speaker, Michelle Sherritt. She is not only one of our founders and board members for our networking groups, but is also the owner of two local businesses. The first is called CubeCamp, a full digital marketing firm specializing in creating user-friendly websites, social media marketing, and SEO. Her parent company is Situated Research, which is a usability firm where software, websites, and video games are tested by users and PhDs to create a user-friendly experience. With over 25 years of experience in marketing, she comes to us today to talk about social media marketing for small businesses. So welcome, Michelle, and we will let you take it from here.
Thank you. Can you see my screen and hear me okay?
Yes.
We're good? All right, great. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here this morning at our Oak Brook Business Network event. Thank you for everyone who's on Facebook Live and also here on Zoom participating today. Today, we're going to talk about social media marketing for small businesses and how to create an effective plan for your digital marketing. We are comprised, as Rhonda said, of two businesses. Our parent company, which is Situated Research. It's a usability firm, like Rhonda said, where we bring in actual users to test software, video games, and websites. We have 7 PhDs on staff, including my husband, Dr. Sherritt, who specialize in usability. And then our CubeCamp company is our full digital marketing company. That's where we create user-friendly websites. We do social media marketing, SEO strategy, etc. So every website that we build at CubeCamp goes through the gamut of testing with users and our PhD experts at Situated Research. So that makes us quite unique and a niche in the marketplace for sure. So I'm coming to you today from CubeCamp to talk about social media marketing. The key takeaways that we're going to talk about today and discuss are exploring different social media marketing channels that you as a small business owner can tap into, and what those channels would be for your business, because not every business needs to be on every network. What are the best practices? Tips from our experts here at QCamp. And we're going to talk about how to gain followers on your social media platforms and also how to brand yourself online. When I normally do this presentation, it's in front of a live audience. There's a lot of interaction. Obviously, we're on Zoom and Facebook. So as Rhonda said, if you want to participate, I do have some questions thrown about throughout the presentation. Just type those in the comment section and we'll go ahead and read those. So I always like to start off the talk about why are you here? Everyone who's here has a different background. Some are business owners. Some we call our social media guru spies. I've seen the registration list, so I know who's attending today. And that's great. We welcome everyone. For our social media guru spies, welcome. We are glad that you are here. Those folks are people who actually have a social media company or a marketing firm, and they're just doing their market research. And that's great. We do that as well. So welcome. Our other folks are our small business owners. Our small business owners want to learn how to do social media marketing. Maybe they have budget restrictions. Maybe they're just starting out. So we welcome you. And then we have those folks who are just trying to get some tips and tricks and try something new for their business. And that's great as well. So we just want to welcome everyone. Basically, the bottom line is everyone wants to get the most out of their marketing dollars. So we welcome everyone. So thank you for attending. The big picture is we all want to make it big online. We all want to get our brand messaging, our product, our services. We want to get out there. We want to get known. When people think about web design, we want them to say, hey, QCamp. So how do we do that? The big key here is to learn what people are actually interested in on social media within your industry. And so how do we do that? We do that through doing market research. And everything that I go through today, if you are a small business owner and you don't have a budget to hire a marketing firm, not a big deal right now. You're just starting out, no problem. A lot of our clients are small business owners who come to us with a few questions and we answer those questions for them. And they eventually down the road turn into a client. But just starting out, I know I own 2 businesses, didn't have the money for marketing when we first started out. So we tried it on our own. And that was before we developed QCamp and we got into social media marketing and got all of our experts in order and got our team put in place. But before that, we were doing it ourselves, just like probably some of you folks who are attending today. And so if you take anything from today, I will give you information so you can implement it yourself, but also know that what social media marketing companies should be doing for you as well. So when I say do market research, our company, we do that for our clients, obviously. When we bring in a new client, we look at their competitors. We look at what social media platforms and channels they're on. What are they posting? What types of content? What imagery? What videos are they posting? What topics? What hashtags are they using? All of this stuff. And I also want to preface today's talk and say, all of us, including myself, have been to tons of these talks before, TED Talks, webinars, talks like this, discussions on social media. And as a business owner, it can get very overwhelming. You're a business owner, you didn't study marketing. You're trying to, get all your ducks in order, all the information that you can get. And so this is just one more talk today, right? To add to your plate. I don't want it to be overwhelming for you. I'm trying to put it in a nice little package, like a starter package for you to get going on it. Because I feel like everybody who's here today knows that social media marketing is important and that you need it. Doesn't matter what business you are. And so if you're here today to get convinced that you need to do social media marketing, please, log off right now and watch the recording later on, because this is not for you. This is for folks who understand that they need it for their business. The other thing that we do when we do market research is we look at your competitors' websites. Basically, all of our social media marketing, all of our marketing efforts are to get people to our website. If you think about it, before you buy something now, before you do anything, you go online and you check out the company. And the first thing you do is you Google them. And usually their website is the first link that comes up, and you click on it and you look at their company. So all the marketing that we're doing through social media marketing is to get traffic to our website. And then through our website, gain trust with people online so that they call us or so that they buy our product or our services. We want to reach as many people as possible. So when we conduct our market research, we have to figure out who our key stakeholders are. Who are the people who are going to buy our products, who are going to buy our services, who want to contact us? Who do we want to sell to? And so we have to figure that out right off the get-go. Usually this is done in your business plan when you create your business, but most businesses now create that when they start their business and never look at it again. They never reference it again. They're like, oh, I did that step. We're good. I started my business. We're selling, we're moving, and we're doing our services and our marketing and everything, and we're good to go. And they never look at it again. You really have to figure out who your key stakeholders are and do it right away. We also do persona research. Persona research is just basically our different groups of people who would be buying our products. And we make up fictitious personas of people who would buy our products or our services. And then we work off of those personas to create marketing content, which I'll get into a little bit later on. So the number one question you should be asking is, how much money do you want to make? Well, this question, everybody wants to make a lot of money, right? It is true that the more money you spend, the more you'll make. Everybody knows that. However, when it comes to social media marketing, that isn't always the case. A lot of companies come to us and they're like, I know I have to spend a lot to make a lot. And that is not always the case. It really is dependent on your industry and your specific business. So you want to put your money into things that give you a bigger ROI and that work. You just don't want to do social media to say, hey, my company's doing social media, because people will see right through it. We have some clients who come to us who have been doing their own social media marketing for years. They've been creating their own posts. They're like, I don't know if it's effective. I don't know if it's working. Doesn't seem like it's working. I don't really know how to tell. So I'm going to hire a marketing firm now. Or we have some clients who come to us who are like, well, I've been posting a couple times a week. I've been doing social media. Can you see if it's been effective or not? And it's like, you don't have that background. You don't even know what type of content to be putting out, who your stakeholders are. You haven't done any of this research. You don't know what your competitors are doing. So you're just doing social media to do social media. Don't do that. People could see right through it. People who are online, they can see and say, not much effort went into this, or this doesn't even pertain to me, and then they just click off. And that never gets traffic to your website. You may get 1 or 2 likes, and that's great. But did anything come of it? So you want to make sure that your marketing is effective. Worst of all, you don't want people to think of your company as effortless either. And they'll start creating those opinions pretty quickly online, especially with Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn now. People are seeing repetitive posts on their timelines. They can see what your company is posting, and they can see right through it. So think about, what is your budget? What are your marketing dollars and how much do you want to spend? I always say our biggest startups that we work with allocate at least 75% of their marketing budget to social media marketing to start out with. And that is a big no-no. They realize pretty quickly sometimes that they're spending way too much money on social media marketing and not getting the return on investment. We tell our clients to start out slow. because there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of testing. There's, trial and error, definitely with social media marketing. We've been doing this since 2008. So we've worked with various industries. I'm not going to say every industry because I don't know if that's true or not, but a lot of industries. And so we can look and we can say, hey, you're coming to us. You haven't done social media marketing before, or you attempted to do it on your own, or you've hired a company and you've allocated 75% of your marketing budget and you really haven't gotten a return on your investment. And a lot of our clients will say, I'm spending $5,000 a month on Google ads. And we're like, whoa, okay. Well, show us the documentation and the metrics for the period that you've been doing this for to show us your return on investment. They can't do it. And so we're like, well, why are you spending that much money on Google ads? It's not effective. You need to lower that. You need to figure out what your key messaging is and everything that we're going to go through today to make sure that it is effective. And you have to think too, all businesses are different. You really can't go by industry. Every business has their own niche in the market, their own uniqueness, their own way of doing things, their own products, their own services, and the way that they give those out to the public and what their image is. And every business is different. So you have to look at this. Our top 10 startups that we work with, pretty much they've overspent. And I put on crap services. A lot of them have hired other social media marketing companies. And they have no idea though, like they delegated that to a company. And so they don't know if it's been effective or not. They're like, oh, I think our sales have gone up a little bit. It could be because of social media marketing. It could be because of this, that, and the other. They have no clue. So what we do with our startup companies or our small companies that come to us who have worked with digital marketing companies in the past, we look at their past metrics. We look at the reports, the metrics, et cetera, and we'll go through what those metrics are in a moment. And we go through what went wrong and where they need to allocate their dollars now. I will tell you, I am not bashing other social media companies right now. We find that 85% of the time, they've done everything right. They know exactly how to do social media marketing. They've done it right for their client that has now come to us. Everything's right. The problem is the messaging that goes out, the image that they put out, it's cookie cutter. Just as an example, we were working with a realtor a few weeks ago, came to us, said, I've been working with this company for 3 years now. I've spent over $100,000 on social media marketing in those 3 years, Google ads, Facebook, whatever. And I'm not getting a return on my investment. I really don't feel like I am. I get monthly reports. It shows, that I got some likes, some comments. She's like, that's great, but I really don't feel like I've gotten that ROI. So we took a look. What ended up happening is this company was, for all the realtors that were their clients, they were putting out the same posts, same wording, same hashtags for all of their realtors. So they would post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for all their realtors. And I want to say they have over 200 realtors. We only could find 20 local realtors in our area, but all the posts were the same, exactly the same. The wording was the same. And what ends up happening is, especially in our local market, on our timelines, on Facebook and LinkedIn, et cetera, we see those local ads that are sponsored. We see that content. And when we see repetitive content, which we've all seen it at some point, it's like, wow, they're not very unique. This content really isn't relevant. They didn't probably create it. I mean, I'm seeing this over and over and over again. I happened upon it because I was like, oh, this is a new client. I'm going to check them out. Of course, our marketing department was doing all of their, market research, but just over the weekend, I was on my phone and saw this and I was like, wow, yeah, that's true. So cookie cutter is horrible. We have tons of realtors who are our clients. I'm just picking that industry right now because I just thought of that person, but their posts are all different. Their content is all different. Hashtags might be the same depending on the topic, But their content and their imagery is all different and unique to them. Maybe one realtor does commercial property sales for our local Naperville area. They only specialize in a certain market. Who knows? But everybody is different. Just because they're a realtor doesn't mean every realtor that works with QCamp gets the same posts. It doesn't make sense. So, something to think about as well when you're researching marketing companies, look and even ask for case studies of other companies that are in your industry to see what they're posting, and ask for more than one. The second question I have for you, just a show of hands or put in the comments section, how many of you actually have a social media marketing plan? So when I ask this question in a live audience, everybody's like, oh yeah, I've got one. And I'm like, well, have you ever seen it? A lot of people hire a social media marketing company and they're like, they've got a plan, they're implementing it. They've told me this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, have you ever seen the plan? Do you have a copy of it? No. Or some people are like, yeah, I have it. They gave it to me when I first hired them. It's great. I could show it to you. And I say, well, do you understand the plan? And they're like, well, I understand a little bit here and there. I'm not supposed to completely understand it. I just hired a social media marketing firm. I'm delegating that piece of my marketing. They're the gurus. They know everything. They're the experts. They're doing it. Like I said before, just don't do social media. As a business owner, you need to understand some key things with social media marketing to know if you are getting your return on investment or not. Why spend, a couple $1,000s a month on marketing unless you know it's effective? So, as a business owner of two businesses, I know how this works. We've delegated lots of things, outsourced things, and people will put things over your head just so you don't understand it. And that you just keep paying for them. They're doing it. You see the posts going up, you get comments and likes, and that's all great and followers. But you have no idea. So don't be one of those business owners. I also ask, are you implementing the social media marketing plan yourself? Some people get social media marketing plans from companies and they implement it themselves. We have clients who do that. So we do all the market research, put it all together for them, give them the first month's worth of posts to post. And then they go off and implement it themselves. That's perfectly fine too. A lot of companies, though, and I say a lot, small business owners have their admins doing social media marketing, or they hire a college grad or someone who's in college right now studying marketing to save money. And like I said before, I'm the owner of two businesses. When we started out, we didn't have more money either to pay for all of this. We slowly built that up. I get it. But eventually, I will let you know that you do end up outsourcing it, just because those people have great ideas. They're on Facebook and other platforms and posting things, but they're not doing the market research, which is just key to see what your competitors are doing, and what your industry is doing. And it's just key. Um, did you hire a firm and then let them go? We have a lot of clients who have gone through tons of social media marketing companies. We have one client who owns a mortgage company, gives out mortgages to people for loans for their homes. And he's been in business for several decades now. And he's gone through about 8 social media marketing companies. Um, and he came to us. He's been a client of ours for 2 years now. He was someone that we had to do a lot of convincing for because he had been burned in the past by social media marketing companies. He just delegated and was like, oh, they're posting, it's great. But then he was not getting his return on investment. And his return on investment is how many loans does he close each month? So he was looking at that like, okay, well, I'm spending X amount of dollars on my social media marketing to this company. My loans that I'm closing per month is not really increasing that much, and would let them go. And his famous saying is clicks and clacks. I don't care about clicks and clacks. I don't care about likes. And so he's very old school, which is fine. He's a great client to work with. We have a lot of fun. But for him to understand that, hey, especially in your industry, people aren't ready to just pull the trigger to get a home loan. Maybe they're not ready to buy a house yet. Maybe they're not ready to search and find a loan company, but you keep popping up on their timeline with relevant content for them. Why, we post things like, why should renting versus buying, or, oh, now it's a buyer's market, and here's some relevant content, or, oh, are you thinking about purchasing a home? Here's some key points to think about. Here's some, if you're looking for a loan, here's a list of things that you need to documents that you need to have ready, to go ahead and go about that process. So we're posting relevant content that actually keeps them coming back for more. And when they want to get a home loan, they're going to think of their company. It's going to pop in their head. So are you going through marketing firms like they're out of style? And if you are, that's fine. You haven't found the right one yet, that's fine. But you really want to make sure that you understand what you should know to figure out if you're getting a return on your investment. So, what metrics should you follow? You have to understand these a little bit. You don't have to understand social media marketing completely. You shouldn't. You own a business, you're running your business, but you should understand some key things. And you definitely should get monthly reporting from your companies that you're working with. You should know how many visitors are coming. You should know the visitor journey. Here at Q Camp, we use a software called SharpSpring. We use this for all of our marketing clients. It's a great tool because it actually follows every user who comes to your website or your social media platforms and what their journey is. So let's say we do an automated email marketing campaign. We send out an email to 5,000 people, let's say. We get 3,000 something to open it. That's great. One person opens up the email. We can go into their profile within our SharpSpring platform and we can say, oh, Joe Doe, he opened up our email on blah, blah, blah date. He clicked on this link. He's interested in web design. Now he's in our web design funnel. So now every 3 weeks, he gets an email pertaining to web design. We do remarketing and retargeting, which means if he goes onto our Facebook page or he's on his Facebook himself on his timeline, our sponsored ads will come up as well for him. So have you ever been on your phone, or actually, I will give this example. We had a get together before COVID. We were sitting in our living room and my girlfriends and I, and we were talking about this designer dress that one of them had seen. We were talking about it and our Google Chrome disk was plugged in. And those things do listen, by the way, just an FYI. Because after we split up and everybody went home, later on that night, I was on my Facebook page and a sponsored ad came up for that dress. And I texted my girlfriend next door. I knew about remarketing and retargeting and all of that, obviously, because we do it. And I said, see how this works? And I said, go on to Facebook right now. And so she went on to Facebook. She didn't see anything. She was on there for a little bit and then it popped up. Is that weird? That's the way it works. Some people find it bothersome, intrusive. I did think that was intrusive because I was in my living room having a private conversation. That was. But the way our platform works is not like that. If, somebody comes to the website through an email that we put out, they click on a link, now they'll start getting those types of messages and it will target you on Facebook. It'll follow you. And that's just good marketing, to be completely honest. The Google thing, that was a little freaky. I didn't like that. But it does work. So even the clicks and clacks I put on here too, just to be funny. Those matter too. When you post something and you get 3 likes, it's like, oh, okay, well, that's great. And our client was like that too. I'll use the mortgage guy again. But what we ended up figuring out through SharpSpring is that 2 of those people followed us an entire year. And then they actually came in and filled out an application for a home loan. So he was like, oh, great. I got 3 clicks on this post. Why do I care? Like, who cares? He's like, that's nothing. Oh, I'm so disappointed, blah, blah. I said, the first couple of months are trial and error for us, as I said earlier. It's for any marketing company. But I said, you're going to start seeing your return on investment. And so just those 2 people, we followed their visitor journey and they actually got loans and they were approved. So it turned into revenue for him. But now he gets it. He actually gets it. And it didn't take a year. I'm just using those 2 people. I think within 6 months, he started to see a return for him because he's a different industry. Like I said, it's different for every business. Looking at comments and conversations, topics that people post, that they talk about, looking at repeat followers, looking at new followers. You want to see a gradual increase in all of these metrics each month. So, what social media channels should you be on? We have so many clients that come to us who are like, "Oh, I got to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, da 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 da," and they're like naming every popular platform out there because I want to get known. I want my product and my services out there, and it's like, whoa, hold yourself there. You have the freedom to choose whatever platform you want, but it's very specific to you and your business. What works for one company on a platform may not work for your company. So, how do you decide? Here, what we do is we do that market research and we see what your competitors are doing. And then we do our analyzing of your company and see what would be effective for you by doing interviews and personas and all that stuff. We figure out pretty quickly that, yeah, you would do very well on Facebook. You would do very well on LinkedIn, but Instagram, no, not so much. And we can show you why. Or maybe you should be on Instagram. So it really is dependent, not even on industry, because as I told you about the realtor example, not every realtor should be on LinkedIn. It doesn't make sense. But if you're doing commercial realty, yeah, it makes perfect sense. You should be on LinkedIn. So it just really depends. But we do say Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram is a good starting point if you are somebody, a small business owner who wants to just do this on their own. I actually would say start with Facebook. Facebook pretty much is the one where everybody should be on. And so start there. So where to start? Make sure that when you choose your platforms that you create your brand's profile. Make sure it's a complete profile. Even when we have clients that come to us who are like, I've been on social media for years. We have our own company pages on all the platforms. We still look at those and review them. We actually had a gentleman that was on as a speaker a few weeks ago that actually does that for a living and looks at your profile, especially LinkedIn, and beefs it up. Make sure that keywords are in there for SEO, search engine optimization, and make sure that everything is just lined up and perfect and that you have all the key components for your business page or your personal page. We also do that. We want to make sure that you have a complete profile for your business. How do you present your products and services online? How do you want to be? What do you want your image to be to the public? What's your specialty or niche in the marketplace? Seek your target audience. So figure out who those stakeholders are and how do you find out who they are? People talk. So we say what happens offline happens online. People are writing reviews about you. Even if you're not doing social media marketing right now, but you've been in business for a few months, I guaranteed if you Google your company, there's something written about you online already. Good, bad, we don't know. But we can definitely do the research to figure that out. So people are always talking about you and your business. You as a business owner too, you're attending networking events, you're attending events like this today. If you're a sour apple or a grumpy guy or whatever, that's going to get out there and that's the image of your company as well. So it's just not your company. It's just not Q Camp for us. It's Michelle Sherrod and Matt Sherrod and everybody that works for us. So you want to create an image online that portrays what you want to portray to the public. Like I said, there's reviews, there's comments, there's posts out there already about your company that you have no idea about. So you need to find out what people are already saying about you and your business. So here are some tried and tested techniques from experts. And so these people, these are not their images. They didn't want me to put them on the slideshow, but these are people that work for us. Aisha is our influencer expert, and she says trust is gained online before anyone picks up the phone to call you. If you think about it, that's true. Like I said at the beginning, when you're looking for a product, you're Googling that product. You're then going to a website. Through that website, you want to gain trust for that company before you pick up the phone or before you order anything. And how do you do that? It's all through your brand messaging, it's all through the image that you're portraying online. So if trust is not established, your phone's not going to ring, your products are not going to sell, your services are not going to be bought. Susan's our marketing expert. She says marketing is not for everyone, but it is for every business. And that is so true. Like I said at the beginning, some business owners come to us and they're like, I've been having my admin do this for years. I'm not getting an ROI. I want to hire a company now and just see what can happen. So, like I said, marketing is not for everyone. Don't just do social media to do social media. Hire someone who knows what they're doing. And Greg's our social media manager. And he says social media has to be a well oiled machine, which is so true. If you miss one component or one moving part, it doesn't work. So you could do all the social media marketing. And like I said at the beginning, all of your marketing efforts go to your website. But let's say you don't have a really good website. Well, think about when you guys are on your phones or on your computers and you Google something and you go to a website, you pretty much make a snap decision if this is a legit company or not, if this is a good product or not, off the homepage of a website, or you might click through a few pages to learn a little bit more. But you make a decision pretty darn quick. I think it's 80 milliseconds is what they say. So that's super quick. And so you really need to have that image portrayed through all of your online marketing. So that was what Greg was trying to get to the point of. So how do we gain followers? Definitely, like I said before, you want to create content that's engaging. And so you want to entice your audience with stunning visuals. That's huge. Think about it. When you're on your timeline of Facebook, let's say you're on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever, you're not reading words. You're looking at the images. Instagram's all about images. So if those images are not stunning and visually like capture you right away, your content's not going to get read. So what's the point? So to gain followers, your imagery has to be really good. Graphic designers are huge in this part. So here at Q Camp, we have our team of graphic designers that help to create, along with our marketing team, the imagery for every post that we do for our clients. Some clients supply their own imagery, which is great. We have a client out in California who owns a vineyard. Obviously, we're not in California. We're here in Illinois. So they provide us a whole folder full of images for the month. And then the next month we use them. But for our local clients, maybe they want an infograph, maybe they want, something created. We have graphic designers to do that. Video clips are huge, as you all know, if you're online. We can take, and our clients are always amazed when we do this. We tell them this at the beginning, but when we actually implement it and do it, they're like, whoa, that was so cool. We could take a 5-minute long video, let's say, and we could splice it up into different little 30-second segments or 1-minute segments or whatever. And we could take a 5-minute video and we can create content for all of their platforms for a month. It's very easy to do. And even with the clients who want to implement their own social media marketing plan and kind of try that out to begin with, and we create that for them, we show them how to do this as well. So we do provide a little bit of training on that. But it's super cool and it's easy. Marketing should be fun. Marketing should be something that you want to do. Marketing should be something that your whole team actually is involved with. Our culture here at Q Camp, we want everyone to be taking pictures with their phones around town. We want them, to be interactive. We want them to give those pictures to our marketing team to create content for us. It's fun. And photography, like I said, is very important. So here are some examples of some eye-catching content. Usually when we're in a live audience, I say, why do you think these are eye-catching? I'll give you the answers. They're bright colors. The subject matters are interesting and kind of make you think a little bit in some of these. The angles of the pictures are interesting. It catches your eye right away. And you're like, well, what's this going to be about? So then you're actually going to read the content. So imagery is key. So building your brand on social media, what does your image look like? Think about what your company does, what services you sell, what products you sell, and the components to those services or products. Actually write this out. Now, here at QCamp, we do this for you. But I'm just kind of taking you through this if you want to try it on your own. Think about why your team's amazing. Highlight your people in your business that work for you. Create personal content. Don't just sell on social media. That's the biggest thing, too, that could be a big takeaway from today. Everybody thinks that all their posts have to sell their services or sell their products. Think about your stakeholders. It all comes back to that. And think about think about what they do on the weekend. Think about, what they do during the week, whether they're hobbies. What activities do they do? Don't just make it all about selling your product and services. You want to make that personal connection with your possible potential clients or people who are going to buy your products. And think about, why should people actually support you? This is so important. Why do people currently buy from you? Learn what makes your stakeholders tick, what makes them think about your business every time. So like I said, I hope that when people think about, building a website, they think of QCamp. And why would they think of that? What are we posting that would draw them in? What's engaging? And what makes your company unique? What's your niche in the marketplace? What sets you apart? And please, please, please post relevant content. Don't just post to post. Show people the purpose of your business through videos, case studies. Share those with people. Share testimonials. Do testimonials through video. We have a tattoo removal company that we work with. And I was like, why don't we do video testimonials? That would be interesting. They could show off their tattoo, the process, blah, blah, blah. So we did that. Usually during the summer, they don't have any clients, really, none, because for tattoo removal, you can't be out in the sun. So yeah, if you're getting a tattoo removed, I guess you can't be out in the sun. That's one of the things. So during the summers, their slow time, we actually increased their revenue during the summer with other services that they provide. They weren't focusing on the other services that they provide. They were just focusing on their main service that they provide. So we increased their revenue during the summer months. And so we did that through testimonials and through case studies and through videos. The successful companies that we've worked with are successful because they're consistent. Consistency is big. You have to nail down a schedule for when you're going to post. We say as a golden rule, post at least 3 times a week. Those days we can figure out from looking at your past metrics of what you've done in the past. If you're a new company and you're new to social media, we'll do that trial and error to figure it out. Everybody's like, oh, what's the best time to post? It's different for every company. I can go on to our Facebook metrics and look and see what time of day our clients are, looking at our posts and liking and commenting, but another web design firm is totally different. So it really just depends. You have to do that research, but make sure that after you figure it out, you're consistent. Answer questions immediately. Set up automated messaging on your platform so that when someone comments or types in a question, they get an automated message right away if you don't have someone within your firm delegated to do that. And I would delegate that to someone within your firm to answer questions right away. And it's not just questions, anybody's comments as well. Someone comments on a post, write something back right away. Comment back, get that engagement going, interact. As much as you can, engage with your followers online. And again, for our clients here, we do that through our platform, SharpSpring. It's all automated. But we do, for comments back, our marketers will actually write those comments back. So they're just not automated. How great brands engage with followers. It's pretty simple. Interact. Respond to every like or question. Make sure it's quick. Why? Because people like to know that they've been noticed. If they write something on your Facebook page and it takes you a week and a half to get back to them, they're gonna be like, yeah, this company's not on the ball. And it doesn't matter what products or services you sell. You want to be very quick. Here at QCAP, we respond within an hour. If we have a company where they have someone that's delegated to do that at their firm, it's a lot quicker. But here it's an hour. But yeah, we had some clients where we're like, look at all these people posted questions and nobody ever responded to them. You lost all those people. Those people are not engaged anymore. So you have to respond quickly. Especially to bad reviews. A lot of people are like, oh crap, I got a bad review on Facebook. I can't erase it. I'd have to close all my reviews so nobody could see the good ones. Why did I get this bad review? And they're just down and out. And it's like, don't be down and out. Change that bad review into something good, something positive. Write a response, a thought out process, a thought out solution to fix that bad review. And there's different ways to do that. We've had a talk a few months ago that somebody was giving us suggestions and saying your business has to have a plan for those bad reviews. So yeah, come up with a plan and actually have a thought out solution to turn that bad review into something good. So that way, that bad review can't get erased online unless the person who wrote it erases it, which probably if they had a bad time, they're not going to do that. But they're going to read your response too. How did you react to it? How did you solve it? Gain trust online, like Aisha said. Always be authentic and keep your word and be consistent with brand messaging. Deliver an exceptional product or service. Word will spread quickly when you do that. And keep your customers delighted. Offer them more. Exceed their expectations on delivery. Do something extra. Give them something extra. That always works. So like I said a little bit earlier, the best marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It should be fun and engaging. Involve your entire team. Cultures now within businesses are doing this. And when they do it, it's fun. And because it's fun, it's engaging, it's effective. We're working with an IT company right now who just expanded. We've been working with them for about 3 months now. And we started to get their team involved in the marketing. We're like, take pictures, when you're on site, with clients, within your own office to show your culture, for the company. So people can get to know you guys, know that you guys are fun to work with. You're going to help me out if I have an IT problem. You're going to be there for me. You guys are good people. You want to portray that online. So make it fun. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. I hope that today's presentation was engaging and fun. We love to talk all things marketing. So if you just want to pick up the phone and give us a call, we'll just talk to you. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're just trying to help out small businesses in our area. There's our email address. If you guys do have any questions, you can go ahead and email us. And of course, go to our website. I've been looking at Facebook a little bit periodically here. And a lot of the comments and things, I've been kind of answering the questions throughout the presentation. So Rhonda, I don't know, do we have anything on Zoom?
No, I'm not seeing anything on Zoom, but if anyone does either want to unmute themselves or type something in there, we're happy to, moderate all of that and have a conversation.
No questions? Well, that's good sometimes. Hopefully you
actually,
Yeah. Hopefully you guys gained a lot of information today, and I want to thank you for attending. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank
It's
you, Mike.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, just as a quick reminder before people hop off, if you are interested in joining our groups or you want to see the recording of this, just visit the Oakbrook Biz, that's biz.net website. We will have this presentation on there shortly. And there's also information about membership. So thank you guys all so much for joining us. And Michelle, we are getting some, just thank you, great presentation.
Oh, thank you.
So,
All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. You guys have a great day.
bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, guys.